And we're going live once again. Let's make sure that this live stream is actually working. All right, looks like everything's up and running. Hey guys, good to see you again. It's day 2 of live streams. I'm hoping to be able to keep this up at least once a day, as long as I've got more of these, there we go, limited edition cupcakes to try. So this is day 2. Next up that I'm going to try are the Mermaid cupcakes. And of course, anybody who's in the chat who wants to drop in, definitely let me know if the audio is working okay. I think I've got all the kinks worked out of this pipeline, but my idea is to do these live streams just a little bit more frequently while everybody's locked inside with the COVID-19 scares. Oh my goodness, pardon me. I just ate a little bit of salad, so maybe that's filling up my stomach a little bit. Now we got some unfortunate news from our political administration. Either last night or this morning, they said that they wanted everybody to stay at home and shelter in place until the end of April. So they extended it another 2 weeks beyond the what was it? It was already like 4 weeks or something like that, which is kind of ridiculous. Wanting everybody to keep up with this whole social distancing stuff. So, I mean, it's kind of unfortunate news, but I think that it's the least bad thing that we can do in this situation. Hopefully everybody out there is staying safe and healthy and doing everything they can to, prevent the spread of any disease that might be, really harmful to the folks that we all love. We got somebody in the chat. Produce Not Pills says, "Hey there, how are you? Is this affecting you and your job?" I'm a software developer, so this isn't really affecting my job too much. If anything, it's kind of strange that my next quarter at school, which starts today, is going to be entirely online. And that it really makes it difficult because the class that I'm taking this quarter is going to be a project class, so I'm not sure how they're expecting everybody to, get done with projects without having access to lab equipment and stuff like that in a regular meeting place to see people face to face. So we'll see how that goes. As for the job, things have certainly gotten more difficult. I think even in the software development industry, people really understand the value of having face-to-face interactions and having a central place to congregate specifically to work. So trying to work at home and only communicating over, Zoom calls, or we use Skype because obviously we're at Microsoft. Doing Skype calls or email or whatever does make things a lot slower, a lot more difficult. But we're all handling it as best as we can. I'm not going to complain too much though, because obviously with being a software guy, I've got it a lot better than most other people do. So we have, of course, the reason I think most people are tuning in is because I eat a lot of sugary stuff. So I picked up these. I have no idea what mermaid cupcakes are. Hopefully they aren't made with real mermaids. They kind of look like just regular old Hostess cupcakes. If you wonder why I keep on putting stuff off to the side, it's because I'm seeing a mirror image of things. So left and right is backwards from what I'm seeing on the screen. So it's kind of screwing me up a little bit, but hopefully it'll all come out in the end. So these mermaid cupcakes are described as just a yellow cake with a creamy filling. And that certainly seems to be the case, but that's their normal cupcakes. It doesn't have a chocolate flavor on top, and they have a ton of sprinkles all throughout. And yeah, it kind of tastes just like a regular yellow Hostess cupcake. Not a whole lot different. Not that that's a bad thing, because I love the Hostess yellow cupcakes. A nice picture of a mermaid. And I don't know too many clams that are that color. And man, if a clam made a pearl that big, whew, talk about some indigestion. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know if these things have any special flavor or anything. They're covered in sprinkles. And they've got some sprinkles throughout. And let's see, we've got the sugar water, tallow, cornstarch, enriched flour. Interesting that there's more cornstarch in this than there is enriched flour. You asked, does it taste like mermaids? No, not even a hint of mermaids in that flavor. Man, yeah, I'm not even gonna go there about eating mermaids. Anyway, moving on. We've got enriched flour. What else do we have? Bleached wheat flour, malted barley flour, niacin, ferrous sulfate, or reduced iron. Thiamine, mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, glycerin, 2% or less of palm oil, titanium dioxide, and carmine colors. Mono and diglycerides, agar, high fructose corn syrup, potassium sorbate, and sorbic acid to retain freshness. Corn syrup, dextrose, salt, hydrogenated tallow, modified cornstarch, egg, soybean oil, whey, egg white, non-fat dry milk, inulin, calcium carbonate, defatted soy flour, sodium acid, pyrophosphate, baking soda, calcium sulfate, natural and artificial flavors, cottonseed oil, polysorbate 60, cellulose gum, maltodextrin, enzymes, monocalcium phosphate, guar gum, soy lecithin, locust bean gum, fumaric acid, calcium caseinate, sodium caseinate, soy protein isolate, disodium phosphate, sunflower oil, blue 1 lake, yellow 5 lake, blue 2, red 3, blue 1, yellow 5, yellow 6. So, plenty of colorings in these. I'm going to have to look up what's with the tallow in this. And maybe the cornstarch. See what hydrogenated tallow is and modified cornstarch might be used for. Other than that, man, I'm eating just, I don't know, a science experiment. These things are so weird. Well, with the... things got a little bit dark in a minute. Let me see if I can amp up the light in this room. That's a little bit better. Look like I've got a little bit of a healthier skin color there. Yeah, the sun went behind a cloud, so... Yeah, I know some people talk about Oreos as being a great vegan treat. Since these do have tallow in them, I guess they're not vegan. Well, I think, like I said, these things are just kind of typical Hostess donuts, or cupcakes. I guess the color scheme is kind of interesting. Nice and princessy. But given that there's nothing special about the flavor of them, I think I'm going to give them a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10. I think that they could have done something interesting with the flavor. Maybe giving it like a little floral flavor or some berry flavor or something like that. But no, it's just kind of regular old flavor. Bleh. Produce, not pills. I think you're right. Maybe it is mermaid tallow. Oh, that would be so disgusting. Oh my goodness, fish tallow. And given mermaids, if it isn't fish tallow, then it's probably even more disgusting. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Just putting something out there with a pretty color so that kids would really like it. I can't say that I'm a big fan of colors like that. Just completely unnatural. I mean, you heard how many like artificial colors there were in that. I thought it was pretty crazy. Oh, but what are you gonna do? They are still absolutely delicious, and I'm gonna eat every single one of them. I did get in a run this morning that was about, I don't know, 8 or 9 miles long. So hopefully I've earned myself some extra calories. Pardon me. Well, it's going to be an interesting time. I think the school ramping up is going to... I don't know how much that's going to affect me, because it is a project class. So I could try to, like, lowball it. I really don't want to pick up a really super easy project, but hopefully it doesn't eat into too much of my time. And I'll still be able to do a couple of these live streams and get a couple of videos up. And even in the middle of all of the COVID-19 shenanigans, I was able to do a home challenge recently and film it. So hopefully I'll be able to get that edited and up for folks to, so that they can enjoy the shenanigans. I think I'm just going to enjoy these Hostess cupcakes. Yeah. You're wondering if I have been out in public very much? Not really. I mean, I've gone to the grocery store a couple of times, and that's about it. The only other thing that I've been doing outside is, like, going for those morning runs every now and then. I go for a morning run maybe 3 or 4 times a week, and work out inside otherwise. So AJT800, thanks for joining the live stream. Welcome. Thank you for your comments. Would you ever do a video rating corn chip flavors, such as multiple flavors of Doritos? I could check that out. That'd be a pretty cool film or video to do. I've always been jealous of the, like, giant variety of flavors that... Oh, what are they called? They're not Lay's, but, like, they're same company, same packaging, everything. Just this huge variety of flavors that you can find in, I think, Canada and the UK. You're asking if supplies... out of supplies in my area? No, I think that... supply lines are pretty stable right now. Like, immediately after everybody panicked and started, buying up everything as quickly as they could, store shelves kind of went empty for a little bit, but, like, the infrastructure and the supply lines have been largely unaffected, so they all filled up pretty quickly again. So all of my local stores, as far as I can tell, like, they're plenty well stocked. And all of the grocery stores still have plenty of people going to them. Probably a little bit less crowded than usual. But no, I don't think anybody in this area is running out of supplies, that's for sure. I think it's kind of funny that, like, in this quarter, toilet paper sales have been up dramatically. But I could imagine that in the next 6 months, like, nobody's going to have to buy toilet paper at all. So even after all of these shenanigans dry up and everybody can get on with regular life, like, toilet paper sales are just going to plummet because everybody's got all that they could ever need for, like, 2 years. I know that there are a ton of different flavor varieties of Pringles, and those are just about the strangest, most, I don't know, highly processed chips I could possibly think of. That would be interesting. I do really like, I was thinking about this the other day. I watched a video of a couple of guys who were ranking, like, the top 5 different flavors of chip, variety makes and flavors out there. And I was thinking about it. I think my favorite kind of chip might be like the Big Scoop Fritos. Those things are so good. I really like them, and they're so handy for like they're a nice hearty chip, a really good crunch on those. They're not super flimsy like Lay's potato chips or something like that, so you can really scoop and get a lot of stuff if you're eating them with something. And then by themselves, they're just super delicious. They're a nice salty snack to have. I don't know. That's kind of a short aside on potato chip territory. Or no, corn chip, I guess, territory, since those things are corn chips. But yeah, AJ T800, or anybody out there, if you guys have a favorite like flavor and variety of potato chips, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Like, what's the best out there, I've always been partial to Doritos Cool Ranch. Seems like a pretty good standby. AJT800, you say that sour cream and onions is your favorite flavor? Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with sour cream and onion. Like, there's a reason that every single brand of chips out there has that flavor. It's because it's really dang good. Tim, you say that in a really bad situation, the toilet paper would be the last thing you should worry about. Yeah, you're probably right. But hopefully we won't get to a situation in this country where it's so bad that people have to worry about that. Yeah, if it gets to a point where you're like hoarding water or something like that, then things are probably getting pretty bad. But thankfully, no, we live in a first world country where I think everything's pretty a-okay. I did see some awesome news that Johnson & Johnson, the company, was working on. They were putting, I think, like $1 billion into creating a vaccine, and they're planning on, once they're able to develop it, they're planning on selling it at not-for-profit price. So like, selling it at even cost, which I think would be awesome. Like, if they were able to do that, then they could save the world. Hopefully their stock price and their like general goodness would increase in the world. Well, this is my last Mermaid cupcake. For folks just joining the stream, we're eating Mermaid cupcakes, made with no real mermaids. Everybody, make your jokes about eating mermaids if you want. I'm not going to make any on this channel. I try to keep it pretty PG. But that was 8 Hostess Mermaid cupcakes. So let's see, we have 170 calories per cake. So times 8, that would be, let me see, do some math. 1,340 calories, something around there, I think. Folks can check me on my math. With 37 grams of carbs, and oh my goodness, of those 37 grams of carbohydrate, 34 of them are sugar. Oh my goodness, that is such a sugar bomb. I figured with, well, I guess sugar is the first ingredient in these. Plenty of icing, and I'm sure there's plenty of sugar in that cream filling. Oh my goodness. Produce, not pills. Did you sew all your Food Challenges shirts together? No, I actually, if that's what you're looking at, yeah, I ordered that online. There's a couple of different services where you can like send them old t-shirts of yours and they'll sew them into a quilt. So I did that through, I think it was Project Repat is the name of the company. It's a little bit pricey, but you can generally find like a discount code online. And yeah, on that quilt, I think I have 3 from Stuffy's too. That one right there. It's got to be my favorite t-shirt. I got stuffed at Stuffy's too. If you're ever driving from Portland to Seattle, or from Seattle to Portland, you gotta make a stop in Longview, Washington to check out Stuffy's too. They're a pretty great restaurant. But yeah, they were just like piling up in my closet and filling all of my drawers and everything. So I was like, I gotta do something with all these. So, and unfortunately pardon me. See, like, I'm wearing one other shirt that I got from a food challenge right now. Got this one from, oh gosh, what's it called? I think it was called Born and Raised Bar in Las Vegas. But yeah, unfortunately, most restaurants, like, not unrealistically, they don't assume that, when somebody comes in to take on one of their food challenges, it's probably not going to be a guy who wears a size small t-shirt. So usually when I do these food challenges, they'll say, like, the closest that they have is, like, do you want the double XL or the triple XL t-shirt? It's like, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. So I end up, making a giant quilt out of them. You're asking Hostess versus Little Debbie. I think Little Debbie is underrated. Yeah, it's interesting that one of the best performing videos on my channel is this, like, Grand Little Debbie's food review that I did so many years ago, and the quality of it. I think I might have even shot it on my old, like, action flip cam that was just really crummy quality, but everybody loves it. And yeah, Little Debbie just has awesome variety, all kinds of different things. Hostess is mainly just like sweets and desserts. I guess they do have a couple of like breakfast Danishy things, but no, Little Debbie's I think is wins out on that battle, mainly because of the Nutter Butters. Oh my god, Nutter Butters are so delicious. It's got to be one of my favorite convenient snacks around. Oh my goodness. Well, let's see if I can do the quick math to see if these are 34 grams of sugar each, and I had 8 of them. That would be 280 plus another 32. No, 240 plus another 32. So that's 272 grams of sugar right there, which is about enough for your entire daily intake of carbohydrate and just sugar alone. So, oh my goodness. AJT800, you ask if I have ever had Drake's brand. That sounds familiar. I might have had Drake's brand. Usually when I travel somewhere, I'll like stop at the store, just like a grocery store, to see if they've got something interesting. I don't believe I have had Drake's brand. That's something I'll have to check out. See if I'm ever traveling in a part of the country where Drake's brand is available. Maybe I can check it out. Yeah, like if you... I'm trying to think if there's anything local around here. I mean, Schwartz Brothers, that's not really the same. But yeah, I don't know. If I ever come across Drake's brand, I'll have to check it out. Nathaniel Cooper, thanks for joining the stream, popping in. Say, love your video reviews. Could you do a review video on different kinds of peanut butter? Man, that'd be pretty cool. I do have a stack of different kinds of peanut butter. I've been contemplating doing like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich challenge, and just doing like 2 or 3 different sandwiches with all different kinds of peanut butter and jelly and different kind of alterations. So I could do like peanut butter and banana, and almond butter and honey, and walnut butter and, I don't know, lemon curd or something like that. Do something like that. I think that would be kind of fun. If I do find enough variety of different kinds of peanut butter, I think that would be awesome to try. You're asking if I've tried Smucker's peanut butter. Yeah, I think of all the like really typical brands. I'm thinking, Jif, Smucker's, Skippy's, Peter Pan. Like, honestly, there's not a whole lot of difference between most of those. So if I did a peanut butter review video, it would have to be something like comparing some really niche stuff like I think it's Maranatha, or maybe it's Naramatha, something like that. Andrew's all-natural peanut butter. I'd have to like go out of my way to get some kind of interesting varieties, not just try the same, peanut, palm oil, salt, sugar combination that you can find in just about any grocery store. Pardon me. You say Maranatha. Yes, that's the stuff that I'm thinking of. Let's see. Drake's has coffee cakes, devil dogs, funny bones, yodels. None of those sound familiar. Coffee cake, of course, but devil dogs, funny bones. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to look this stuff up. See if I can find like a variety pack that I can order off of Amazon or something, because that sounds really crazy. All right, guys, that was the. Gotta put them on the correct side. That was the Mermaid Cupcakes live stream during this COVID crisis. I hope that folks are enjoying some of these live streams. Hope that you use it as a bit of like a bit of a social outlet. That's kind of the point of this. Is I know folks are unfortunately kind of isolated right now, so hopefully these live streams, a little bit more social interaction with folks online. Helps out, helps some folks in whatever little way that I can, because that's really the ultimate goal of this. Woo. So, that's the ASMR portion of this video. So I gotta clean this up. I gotta get back to work. And until next time, peace out. You guys take it easy. And I got a couple more varieties of limited edition Hostess cupcakes that I'm hoping to try later this week. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.